So how many pitches did you end up doing?
I'd say all in all, 200 to 300, probably something like that. A lot, a whole lot.
That is something that I love talking with founders who have raised money because there are people who get their pitch, they try it 4 times, 3 times, and they're like, we don't have anything here.
Yeah, I mean, I relate pretty much everything back to sales. You got to keep adjusting your pitch, and sales is a number game. So I thought, okay, if I have a 10% hit rate and I go to 300 and get 30, and then 20 of them will actually follow through, I think I can put a round together. If I pitch 20 and get 2, it's not going to put a round together. So it was outbound sales approach. I will say that the amount of outbound hits I think were quite low. What really hit was warm leads. So that angel round, going back to them saying, hey, do you know an institutional? Do you have a buddy? Do you have a partner somewhere? Could you introduce me and say that I'm like not a crook? Those were the probably over 50% close rate. The outbound is low, but it's a numbers thing. If you put enough out there, then you'll close some.
Well, what was the biggest maybe shift in the pitch that you did that started getting you more kind of raised eyebrows? Was it a hook? Was it a certain number? What was your sort of
IMDB of podcasts was the hook. For the most part, people understood what IMDB was, and then very early on, I reached out to one of the first employees at IMDB and put him on the cap table as an advisor, and got some details about their business model, how big it is, how sort of high margin it is. And then I was able to relay that information to say like, hey, if we can do this for podcasting, which is having this huge growth period, then I think we can build this compelling business. So I think that, any sort of like social proof, I think helps a lot. And like, hey, and like the guy who built this business, John, from IMDB, like he believes in us. It's so much so that he's like on our cap table, and you want to talk to him? Here's his phone number. And they would talk to him, and he was our closer a lot of times, saying like that, yes,
that's freaking great.
This data business makes sense. I know that like Bradley is just like a redneck from Indiana, but like the way he's approaching this is smart. And that helped get a lot of investors over the line.
Yeah. What of the 300, what was the estimated pitch count that you came into the IMDb of podcasts?
Oh man, probably fairly early.
Okay.
So I'd say like definitely after that first angel round, that was like my go-to. And that also became our branding on the internet, which was super helpful. And any sort of like mental shortcuts you can make for people to remember what you even do. Like Podchaser is just like a nebulous word. It doesn't help, but putting that together and putting it at the front of the pitch deck, I think helped us a lot. Other than that, I don't know. A lot of it was like, I think it helped that I was so naive and young, and like, I think people felt kind of bad for me. So they would at least take a meeting. But you certainly have to have some sort of like, and this is real money. And so you definitely have to have some sort of hook to get over the line.